So we're here at Front Conference in Zurich. Beautiful Zurich. It's been sunny every single day.
It's been beautiful.
Absolutely
It's
beautiful.
lovely.
I'm here with Tara.
You don't even get the first one right.
What do you mean?
Tara, piece of paper.
You're joking.
Tara, piece of paper. It's all right. I've pronounced your name 6 different ways
You have
already.
actually. Let's continue to pronounce
I
our
think
names
6
incorrectly.
different names in like the past hour.
Yeah, Azim.
Yeah. Oh, I said
Azim.
Steve. Okay. My middle name,
Yeah,
Vezda. Zvezda.
Viezda.
Like star in Serbian. Yeah. So my first name is Scottish, my
Yeah.
middle name is Serbian, and my last name is Filipino.
Oh wow!
Like me.
Wow! Oh, that's beautiful. Well, let's start off with what you're doing right now. So you've had some really exciting news.
Yes, I just started for a new team at Netlify. So I'm the Angular Developer Experience Engineer. I'm the Addy.
Angular Developer Experience. That's very exciting
Yeah.
stuff.
So it's like where we actually care about
Yeah.
how developers are using the product.
Yeah, fantastic.
Doesn't that sound nice? I have an amazing team.
Yeah.
And it's everybody that I work with, just, from every side of the company makes working there just so exciting. They love, what they're doing. Everybody so far gets. I haven't gotten into the dirt of any drama yet, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You've got some time there. There's always dirt. There's always drama everywhere. No, I'm sure it's wonderful. It's a great
Netlify.
team.
Yeah,
Team.
I know. I'm very excited.
So that's really amazing. I'm really excited to see that. I'm really excited to see what you do actually.
Yeah.
In the Netlify team.
It's been pretty fun so far because I love the Angular community. I really like just how many people are doing so many things with Angular. And people are already using Netlify a bunch with Angular. So to be able to be there to not only have a little more guidance along with it, but a sounding board. And on the developer experience team, we actually take 3 months out of the year and strictly work on the product. So we join one of the engineering teams, and we work on the product with no distractions, and it's nice because we get to get the input from the developers.
When you say work on the product, you actually
We integrate into the engineering team and leave behind DX.
so coding and doing all making the changes. Wow.
So
Really good.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And it's nice too because, a lot of times you hear back from developers like, oh, I really wish this could change. I wish, we could have this. And so we can actually go, into a team and be like, hey, can I work on this for the sprint? And actually put that into motion. But also we understand better how the engineering team gets issues. And so when we don't have time to do it ourselves, we can submit an issue that's a long protocol, that's talk to somebody that's on the team and be like, hey, Jessica, this is what I see going on. What's the best way for me to communicate this to the team? Because you're so integrated. So I think it's how developer experience should be handled, it feels like. So it feels like stepping into something that I truly believe in.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you look really happy as well.
Do I?
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really like this job. My
good.
smile doesn't reach my eyes.
Pays the rent.
I'm so happy.
So if you don't mind, I always think it's really interesting to find out how people, I always meet people and I only know them the now you.
Yeah.
Right? I know the now you. I always find it very fascinating, if you're open to it, to talk about how people...
The old me.
The old you. How people got into tech. 'Cause that's, I think, always an interesting story for everybody.
So, have you heard of Logo? It's not a logo. Wait. Now I'm just wondering if I said it right, but it's the one with the turtle. And it goes... Yeah. I did that in 2nd grade.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
It's 2nd grade.
Oh, yeah. What is 2nd grade? 7 years old?
Wow!
Yeah. So I was part of, they called it a math and science magnet.
Okay.
And so it was we were more focused on math and science. And so we did that in the class. And of course, to a 7-year-old, you're just oh yeah, I just typed these things to make the turtle move. And so it was really fun, and we did that. But then we didn't have computers again for quite some time. Because that was let's see, that was like the very beginning of the 90s, so no, not every school had computers.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
when they, and I wasn't from like a very nice area, so it was more of like an outreach thing, and then we didn't have them. But my mom started teaching electronics at the local community college. So she would bring breadboards home and we would like play with stuff.
Wow.
So that was really fun.
This is proper electrical engineering.
Isn't that
circuit
cool?
boarding. Wow.
I
okay.
mean, unfortunately, I never really delved into the actual semantics of it.
Okay.
But, you know, it was more physical to me of like, oh, I know if I put this here and then I put this resistor here, that's just, you know, process of elimination. Like, well, that
But
burnt that out.
Well, that is how you now program and code, right? It's just
Right?
the same.
Yeah.
You're starting your at 7 years old. You started the journey of thinking that way.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's nice to see that more and more times you see people learning code at younger ages. But yeah, I didn't do it for a while, and so I really loved math, like my whole educational career. And I was like, obviously, I should become a marketer. Because I was like, I love math, I love being creative, I love people. And then I would go to these marketing classes and they'd be like, so what stock are you trading? And I'm like, no, don't talk to me. So I was like, I was never good at that business side of marketing, and supposedly that's a big part of it.
Supposedly.
I guess. So I basically flunked out of college, university.
Yes, university. Yes.
I can translate for you. This is live Google Translate for you. No branding, sorry. So anywho, ended up going, I did some like disaster relief, tried to like, you know, be more into that part that I liked of just like helping people hands-on. I like helped with Hurricane Katrina. So I did it with AmeriCorps, National Civilian Community Corps, where they like, it's you and 10 strangers, and you just go out into the world in a 15-passenger van, and you sleep in the same places, you grocery shop together. You're just like dedicated to that for a year straight.
Wow.
I was based in DC, but since it was right after Katrina, we did everything in the Gulf Coast.
Right.
And I would like to say that like working for that, I started making code that saved lives. But I like never touched a computer that whole time.
Oh. Save lives.
Maybe.
You improved lives.
Okay. But then I came out of that and ended up following is such a creepy term to it, but my...
Stalking.
That one. Because the person I was dating for 2 months went to go to school for architecture in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go too.
Yeah.
But it's okay because I married him.
Okay.
So then it's not as creepy, unless I hoodwinked something in there too.
It's good when you marry the people you're stalking.
Right?
You know, then less implications.
Then all in the past is behind us. Yes. So I worked at Atmospheric Research Group doing admin at Harvard, working for a guy that helped discover the hole in the ozone layer.
You've done so much good stuff.
I'm actually 82 years old. But like, so I just was basically, he would like write a chemistry textbook and I would type it out.
Right.
And I actually got that job because I told the Harvard Law School that I knew crystal reports.
I remember crystal reports.
Do you? I never knew crystal reports. But they hired me on, and then I learned it, you know, I was like, oh, they gave me the job, let me hurry up, figure out how to do it. And then got that atmospheric research group position, and through there, Harvard lets you kind of like apply to be at their extension school, which is like their nights and weekends school. But it's like Harvard, MIT, and Tufts, but it's like their professors coming in and doing extra shift stuff. And especially the CS courses in particular, the professors are really great about coming in and teaching that
So
from
they're
Harvard
coming
and MIT.
in the evenings and weekends as well?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I got special student status because I had good grades.
Okay.
So I got to go to actual Harvard courses.
Oh.
And so I did that for like $40 a class.
Wow.
And got my degree in computer science. And then started working.
the hard way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like so I was like working a full-time job and doing that, but I like what had like academic excellence and like all this stuff that you wouldn't have expected from someone that was a business school dropout.
Maybe you would.
Maybe, yeah. So, and then from there, I knew I liked JavaScript a lot. So this is like this is probably my longest relationship is JavaScript. And it's working out so well. But yeah, so then from there, I found a position in Node, working for a platform as a service, and just like kept going full steam from there. And like I've been happy ever since.
Well, what a fascinating journey.
Yeah, so
That's
pretty
amazing.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you learned the hard way. The hard way.
Yeah,
Which is the
but
best way.
right?
Yeah.
But that's how I learned that I really liked programming, because I would, I'm by myself. Like in those courses, you're not in a dorm. You're not, and I think you see this a lot in our communities where people are learning online, they're learning through different situations where they're also working a full-time job, they're also parents, they're, doing other things on the side. So when they have to go home and code by themselves, there's no one that's ran into the bug that you ran into. And, there's not an easy...
no one to help and to ask for help.
Yeah. And...
so how did you deal with that?
Well, I found meetups to be super helpful, because a lot of times you would go through there and basically, I know I did a Rails bridge, I did Women Who Code, I went through just different scenarios that I knew other programmers would be there. But I realized that how much I loved coding because I would stay up till like 2 in the morning over a stupid bug that was definitely like I spelled void wrong, because of Java. And I would fix it, and then I would be so excited about fixing it that I would stay up till 4 in the morning. And it was okay, obviously.
And you got to get up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
For like 5 days in a row, you're like, what? Why do I feel good?
Yeah. Why do I look like this?
Oh wow, what a fascinating story.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Yeah, I'm really glad you told me that.
Yeah.
And everybody, thank you for telling everybody.
One thing that I do want to say though, that
go
I
on,
try to like get out more is, as I have an 8-month-old son. You have a 9-month-old son.
I do.
I'm really happy to see more and more conferences, like Front Conference, offered getting hotel rooms with cribs and things like that. And I'm seeing more and more conferences talk about childcare. And what's nice about that is, for so long, we've been able to do jobs where you can have an infant there. Way long time ago, like working in the fields, you could have your infant with you, like doing stuff like that, being out. And so we're able to do more of being in tune with the community, being able to come to events, being able to speak at events, being able to hang out with, peers that we know and love. So, I mean, peers.
Yeah, okay, peers,
Yeah, it's really nice to that there's that opportunity that exists, not only, for all the parents, because, we only have those children at that age for so long. So it's nice to be able to have it all incorporated. Nice.
And you work from home, don't you? As part of, and how does that help a lot with having?
Oh yeah. So it's really nice because it gives you a little more flexibility. You're able to, be like, we have a person that watches my son Nico during the day, and so like you pop out for lunch and your family's there.
Yeah.
And it's just like that with the mental stability, just being able to take care of yourself in that way and have like good nurturing surroundings. Like I'm just all around happy. I feel very fortunate.
Yeah.
So.
It's good. Yeah, thank you for saying that. I don't think enough people talk about the importance of having children and the importance of having the opportunities in conferences and also work to really look after your children and be with them.
Yeah.
And I work from home as well, as you know. So I love
your son.
That's my son. But I also love just any moment I can just pop downstairs and see him.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, like especially when we have to deal with Twitter. As that can be a negative.
Yeah.
So isn't that nice to have a little positive thing to, even it's like.
I mean, I love my job,
But every now and again, there's a stressful situation.
Yes.
And I'll just go downstairs, and my wife would take one look at me, hand me my son, and I would go, thank you. And like 5 minutes later, I hand him back, and I go back upstairs and now I'm working. So, yeah.
It's such a, totally.
Yeah.
It's like a time mouse. But we need a good catchphrase for kid time mouse. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
Yeah.